Hi everyone, welcome to English Story School, where every story brings you one step closer to mastering English through the magic of storytelling. Have you ever stopped to wonder, when was the last time you truly said, "Thank you"? Not the rushed, automatic response we give to a cashier or when someone holds the door for us, but a genuine expression of gratitude. In today's fast-paced world, the act of saying thank you has, for many, become an afterthought. But what if I told you that this simple phrase holds the power to transform relationships, improve mental well-being, and even elevate your personal success? The art of gratitude, especially through the words thank you, is as old as human civilization. It's deeply rooted in every culture, whether expressed through words, gestures, or acts of kindness. But as our world becomes more digital, with communication often reduced to quick texts, emojis, or likes, the essence of heartfelt gratitude seems to be fading. We've traded personal connections for convenience, and along with it, the weight that words like thank you carry has lessened. But why does this matter? What's the real impact of forgetting such a small courtesy? Imagine for a moment someone who takes time out of their day to help you, a friend, a colleague, maybe even a stranger. Without a meaningful thank you, that person's efforts can feel unnoticed, even unappreciated. This tiny gap in communication can slowly erode relationships, create distance, and foster a sense of disconnection. Let's dive deeper into the surprising power of expressing genuine thanks. We often think of gratitude as something polite, a necessary social nicety. But when you pause to consider its true impact, you'll find that expressing sincere thanks is much more than just a courteous gesture. It's a profound tool for well-being, emotional connection, and even physical health. Gratitude is like a superpower for the mind. Research consistently shows that people who practice gratitude regularly experience a significant boost in happiness. But how does something as simple as saying thank you accomplish this? Gratitude shifts your focus. When you take time to recognize what others do for you or what you have in life, you're rewiring your brain to focus on the positive aspects of your experience. This small shift from dwelling on what's lacking to appreciating what's present can make a profound difference in your overall mood. Over time, it builds a mental habit of seeing the good in life, leading to a sustained increase in happiness. But it doesn't stop at happiness. Studies also reveal that gratitude lowers stress levels. When we acknowledge others' kindness, it activates the brain's reward system and releases dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that help us relax and feel more at peace. This means that practicing gratitude can literally calm the mind, making us less reactive to stresses and better equipped to handle life's challenges. And here's something even more fascinating. Gratitude has physical benefits too. Regularly expressing thanks has been linked to stronger immune systems. How? Stress is a known suppressor of immune function, and because gratitude reduces stress, it indirectly supports your body's ability to fend off illness. People who practice gratitude tend to have lower blood pressure, better heart health, and overall improved physical well-being. In a way, gratitude acts as a natural health booster, proving that the mind and body are deeply interconnected. Now, let's move beyond the personal benefits and look at the broader social impact of expressing thanks. Gratitude is contagious. When you genuinely thank someone, it creates a positive ripple effect that extends far beyond the initial exchange. Imagine you sincerely thank a colleague for helping you on a project. That small act of acknowledgement can brighten their day and make them feel valued. As a result, they're more likely to help you again in the future because they know their effort is appreciated. This cycle of appreciation encourages kindness and generosity. People who feel valued and recognized are more likely to pay it forward. So, when you express thanks, you're not just acknowledging a single act of kindness, you're fueling a broader culture of positivity. It's a form of social glue that strengthens bonds and builds trust between people. Moreover, expressing gratitude fosters deeper connections. Think about the last time someone thanked you in a meaningful way. Didn't it make you feel seen and appreciated? This sense of recognition deepens relationships, whether they're with friends, family, or colleagues. Over time, these small moments of gratitude build a foundation of mutual respect and trust. And trust is the cornerstone of any strong relationship. When people feel trusted and appreciated, they're more willing to invest in the relationship, whether that's by offering help, sharing advice, or simply being there when you need them. One of the most beautiful aspects of gratitude is how it brings out the best in people. Saying thank you is not just a reflection of your appreciation. It also acknowledges the value of the other person. In a world that can often feel rushed and impersonal, a heartfelt expression of thanks stands out. It reminds people that their efforts matter, that what they do has meaning, and that they are seen. That simple acknowledgement can lift someone's spirits and even make their day. It's a reminder that even the smallest gestures of gratitude can have a powerful and lasting impact. Imagine a scenario where a stranger helps you with something small, like picking up something you dropped. You could nod, mumble thanks, and move on, but if you stop, look them in the eye, and offer a genuine thank you with a smile, that moment becomes memorable. You've connected with them on a human level. This small, seemingly insignificant interaction becomes something positive that they carry with them. And who knows, maybe that interaction sets off a chain reaction where they go on to offer kindness to someone else. The ripple effect of gratitude is real, and it's powerful. It not only makes the receiver feel appreciated, but also lifts the giver. Both parties benefit from that exchange, reinforcing the idea that gratitude is a two-way street. It doesn't cost you anything to say thank you, yet it can create immeasurable value for both the giver and the receiver. When you look at gratitude through this lens, it's clear that saying thank you is about more than just politeness. It's an emotional investment in your well-being and the well-being of others. It's a tool that can strengthen your personal and professional relationships, boost your mental and physical health, and create a ripple of positivity that spreads far beyond the initial interaction. So, the next time you feel grateful, don't hold back. Express it, fully and sincerely. You might just be surprised at how much power those two little words can hold. Let's really explore the process of reclaiming this lost art of gratitude and how we can make it a meaningful, intentional practice in our daily lives. In a world that's constantly pulling us in different directions, where notifications, emails, and never-ending to-do lists dominate our attention, it's easy to move through the day on autopilot. We become so absorbed in the routine hustle that moments of kindness or acts of service can blur into the background, lost in the shuffle of our busy lives. But if we want to bring gratitude back into focus, the first and most crucial step is learning to pause and be present. What does that really mean, to pause and be present? It's more than just taking a breather between tasks. It's about cultivating mindfulness, an awareness of the moment and the people in it. When someone does something for you, no matter how small, your first instinct might be to offer a quick thanks before moving on to the next thing. But what if instead you paused, What if you took just a few extra seconds to genuinely think about what that person did and how it impacted you? Let's say a colleague stays late to help you finish a project, or a friend goes out of their way to check on you during a tough day. Sure, you might thank them in the moment, but by pausing, by taking that moment to fully appreciate the effort they put in, something shifts inside you. You start to see their action not as a passing favor, but as a genuine gesture of care and support. In that moment of reflection, you feel the weight of their kindness more deeply. And when you then express your thanks, it comes from a place of true appreciation, rather than a mere reflex. This idea of pausing to reflect is not just about etiquette. It's about training yourself to see the hidden moments of generosity all around you. Life can feel rushed and transactional, but when we slow down, we begin to notice how interconnected we really are. When you reflect on what someone has done for you, you start to recognize how their action fits into the bigger picture of your life. This not only increases your sense of gratitude, but also deepens your connection to the people around you. Consider this. The next time someone holds a door open for you or offers you advice, instead of just saying thanks out of habit, take a second to mentally acknowledge what's really happening. That person took a moment out of their day to make your life easier. They didn't have to, but they chose to. When you allow yourself to truly reflect on that choice, you tap into a wellspring of gratitude that is far more profound than the surface-level politeness we often default to. Another important aspect of reclaiming gratitude in our lives is shifting from a reactionary to a proactive mindset. Most of us express gratitude when prompted. When something happens directly to us, we respond by saying, "Thank you." But what if instead we made gratitude a proactive practice? What if each day you set aside time to intentionally recognize the people in your life who deserve your thanks? You don't have to wait for someone to do something specific for you to express your appreciation. Proactive gratitude could be as simple as sending a message to a friend or colleague to let them know how much you appreciate their support, their presence, or their wisdom. It's about recognizing the good in your life without needing a trigger. This shift from being reactive to proactive in your gratitude practice has the potential to transform not only how you see the world, but how others see you as well. One technique that's incredibly effective for cultivating this proactive gratitude is keeping a gratitude journal. Each day, take a few moments to write down the names of people who have impacted your life in a positive way, no matter how small. Reflect on what they've done and how it's affected you. This simple practice can rewire your brain to look for moments of kindness and generosity, making gratitude a more active and consistent part of your life. Another layer to reclaiming gratitude involves paying attention to how you express it. Saying thank you is one thing, but the form it takes can amplify its impact. Instead of a generic thanks, try to be specific. A specific thank you goes a lot further than a broad one. When you say, "Thank you for taking the time to help me with that presentation. Your insights really made a difference." You're not just acknowledging what the person did. You're highlighting the effort they put in and how it directly benefited you. This shows that you've thought about their contribution and that you truly value it. The power of specificity in gratitude is that it creates a more meaningful connection. The person receiving your thanks can see exactly what they did to make a difference in your life, and that gives the gesture a greater sense of significance. In this way, you move beyond surface-level pleasantries and into genuine, heartfelt exchanges. You're letting the other person know that their efforts didn't just go unnoticed. They mattered, and they made an impact. It's also important to remember that gratitude doesn't have to be reserved for grand gestures. The lost art of thank you is just as relevant in the small moments as it is in the big ones. Someone letting you merge into traffic, a stranger smiling at you on a tough day, or a coworker making a thoughtful comment during a meeting. These are all opportunities to express thanks. When we become mindful of these everyday moments, we start to realize just how much we rely on the kindness of others. Gratitude, when practiced regularly and intentionally, begins to reshape the way you see the world. Instead of focusing on what's missing or what's going wrong, you start to see the abundance of goodness that surrounds you. And as you express that gratitude, you find that people respond in kind. Gratitude creates a positive feedback loop. The more you appreciate others, the more they appreciate you, and the more you're both inspired to continue acts of kindness. In reclaiming the lost art of thank you, we're not just bringing back a social grace, we're restoring a deeply human connection. By pausing to reflect, being present in the moment, and expressing specific, genuine gratitude, we make the world a little brighter, one thank you at a time. Let's take a closer look at the importance of expressing gratitude in a way that feels genuine and heartfelt. In a world where so much of our communication happens in hurried text messages or fleeting interactions, sincerity can easily be lost. But when it comes to gratitude, the medium and the message are less important than the sincerity behind them. Whether it's a simple thank you, spoken in person, a handwritten note, or a message carefully crafted, the key to making your gratitude resonate is authenticity. Think about the difference between receiving a generic thanks and a deeply personal expression of appreciation. When someone casually says, "Thanks," in passing, it might register, but it doesn't necessarily leave an impact. It's polite, yes, but it often feels like an automatic response rather than something meaningful. On the other hand, when someone pauses to look you in the eye or writes you a note filled with thought and consideration, it creates an entirely different experience. That's because genuine gratitude has a certain emotional weight that transcends the words themselves. So how do we ensure that our expressions of thanks go beyond the surface level? It starts with sincerity. Gratitude is not a transaction. It's not something we offer simply because it's expected or because we want something in return. True gratitude comes from a place of deep appreciation, where you've taken the time to reflect on what the other person has done and how it has affected you. When you approach gratitude with this mindset, it naturally becomes more meaningful. Consider, for example, the power of a handwritten note. In today's digital age, where messages are often fired off within seconds, receiving something as tactile and personal as a handwritten letter can feel like a gift in itself. It shows that you took the time to sit down, think about what you wanted to say, and physically write it out. There's something about the deliberate effort involved in handwriting that adds weight to your words. It turns a simple thank you into a keepsake, something the recipient might cherish and hold on to because it represents more than just words on a page. It represents time, thought, and genuine appreciation. But it's not just the act of writing a note that makes it special. It's the thought behind it. When you write a handwritten letter, you have the space to truly reflect on what you're grateful for. You can express in specific terms what the person did that touched you, how it made you feel, and why it mattered. This level of reflection adds layers of meaning to your gratitude, making it clear to the recipient that you've really thought about their gesture and aren't just going through the motions. However, not every situation calls for a handwritten note, and that's okay. The medium you choose should feel natural and appropriate to the relationship. Sometimes a face-to-face conversation can be just as, if not more, powerful. Imagine the impact of pulling someone aside after they've done something kind for you and taking a moment to sincerely express your gratitude. When you're face-to-face, your tone, body language, and eye contact all play a role in conveying your sincerity. Your words may be simple, but the way you deliver them can speak volumes. In fact, the words you use don't have to be elaborate or lengthy to be effective. Sometimes, a short, heartfelt thank you can leave a lasting impression if it comes from a place of true appreciation. Think about a time when someone thanked you in a way that felt personal and sincere. It probably wasn't because of the length of their message, but because of how genuine it felt. You knew that they meant it, that they were really grateful for what you did. That's the kind of impact we should strive for when expressing our gratitude. It's also important to remember that people have different love languages when it comes to receiving appreciation. For some, a verbal thank you might be enough, while others might appreciate a more tangible expression, like a small gift or a thoughtful gesture. The key is to understand what will resonate most with the person you're thanking and tailor your gratitude to that. If you know someone who treasures thoughtful messages, take the time to craft a note. If they value acts of service, consider showing your appreciation by doing something helpful for them in return. The form of your gratitude should reflect the recipient's preferences, which shows an additional layer of thoughtfulness. A well-thought-out message, whether written or spoken, also benefits from specificity. Generic expressions of gratitude are better than none at all, but they don't carry the same weight as a specific, personalized thank you. Instead of saying, "Thanks for your help," try saying, "Thank you for staying late to help me finish that project. It made a huge difference, and I couldn't have done it without your support." This kind of specific appreciation shows that you've not only noticed their effort, but that you've considered its impact on you. It gives the recipient a clearer sense of what their actions meant to you, making the expression of gratitude more meaningful. Additionally, the timing of your gratitude can enhance its effect. Expressing thanks promptly, while the act is still fresh in both your minds, can deepen its impact. When you acknowledge someone's kindness right away, it shows that you value their effort and that you didn't take it for granted. However, gratitude isn't bound by time limits. If weeks or even months have passed since someone helped you, it's never too late to express your appreciation. In fact, a delayed thank you can sometimes be even more impactful because it shows that their gesture stayed with you, that it wasn't forgotten or lost in the busyness of life. The key to making your gratitude truly resonate is to ensure that it comes from a place of genuine reflection. Whether you're writing a note, sending a message, or saying it in person, your words should be anchored in a true appreciation for the other person's actions. It's about slowing down, pausing, and acknowledging the moment for what it is, a connection between two people. And when gratitude is expressed from this place of authenticity, it creates a ripple effect. It encourages more kindness, more trust, and stronger relationships. People can sense when your gratitude is sincere. Even if your message is brief, the thought behind it will shine through. Sincerity carries an emotional resonance that casual, reflexive responses simply don't. When you express genuine thanks, the recipient feels not just appreciated, but seen. They understand that their actions made a difference, and that, in turn, strengthens the bond between you. The exchange becomes more than just words. It becomes a shared moment of connection. In the end, gratitude is about fostering these moments of connection, about creating a sense of belonging and appreciation that goes beyond the transactional nature of our everyday interactions. When you express gratitude in a way that feels genuine, you're not just saying thank you, you're acknowledging the humanity of the other person. And that's what makes it so powerful. Whether through a handwritten note, a thoughtful message, or a face-to-face conversation, genuine gratitude has the power to create lasting memories and deeper relationships. It's also crucial to recognize that gratitude is not just for the big moments in life. In fact, it's often the small, everyday gestures that deserve the most recognition. Someone offering you advice, taking time to listen, or simply being there when you need them. These are opportunities to express thanks that shouldn't be overlooked. The beauty of thank you is that it's not just a one-way street. The more you express gratitude, the more likely you are to receive it in return. It nurtures a cycle of positivity and appreciation, which in turn fosters an environment where kindness and respect thrive. In a world where so much of our communication is fleeting and impersonal, rediscovering the power of thank you can help us reconnect on a deeper level. It reminds us that behind every action, every word, there's a person who deserves recognition and appreciation for their efforts. So, the next time someone does something for you, no matter how small, take a moment to thank them sincerely. You might just find that it brightens both their day and yours. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.